if the mountain music or the ghost choir was heard, the wind was blowing very hard. People had reported great fear. I just love this mountain. It's actually a part of my soul. Roan Mountain, to me, is an incredibly spiritual place. When you're on top of the Roan, your cares just lift. My name is Jennifer Bauer, and I've lived in Roan Mountain for 38 years. The state park is all down at this elevation. The top of the Roan is all National Forest Service. At Roan Mountain State Park, my primary job responsibilities were to do programs. Over the years that I've worked here, I had the opportunity to talk to a lot of people whose parents, grandparents worked in the Cloudland Hotel in the late 1800s, which was a time where reports of the mountain music and the ghost choir were talked about. It was huge.
And everyone is dressed up so fancy to be on the mountain.
I know. I think it's wonderful.
That's great.
All of these beautiful clothes up here on top of the Roan. So right here where we're standing, we're on the Appalachian Trail. Behind me is North Carolina, and in front of us is Tennessee. During the Cloudland Hotel days, General Wilder, who built the Cloudland Hotel, most likely was getting more and more reports of people getting trapped out in storms, hearing these strange and eerie sounds. I found lots of references to strong wind when I was doing research on Roan Mountain.
So when the hotel was up on this hill, people said that they could hear that ghost choir.
Some people felt that that mountain music, that strange, eerie sound that would whip around the mountains, were fairies. Other people thought that the mountain music came from the spirits of Cherokee and Catawba Indians who many, many years ago fought on top of the Roan. So other people felt that what they were hearing was the mountain actually talking to them. Some people took them as very evil messages, and they felt like the devil himself had come up from the depths below to find them. Other people felt the music was not evil at all. The ghost choir, the mountain music, they felt it was the sounds of angels, that the Roan was so blessed. So in an effort to determine what might be affecting guests at the Cloudland Hotel, I do not know if General Wilder requested that scientist Henry Colton from Knoxville come to the hotel to find out, but he was there. Mr. Colton had come to do some investigations of a sort to figure out what this was.
So were they on the balconies, or how were they situated?
That was never really explained. They could have been walking, they could have been standing on the porch. I think they were just more out and about in this area.
And that was going to hurt his business because people were getting scared to come to the hotel.
It's possible.
Yeah.
And ultimately, Mr. Colton determined that the sounds were being made by friction and electricity generated by friction, usually at the narrowest ridges. Now, we don't know that that's the answer, but that was the scientific approach to finding out why so many people were frightened when they were out during these serious storms.
And now, if we get to hear the ghost choir, that's going to really be a plus.
I know. Well, there's no storms.
It'd have to be a storm.
The folks that lived here then, were very, very isolated. I can imagine that sometimes fear could be a big part of a person's life.